Alright folks, but you get idiot. Let's go on to chapter 3. Yep. Blanton passes out. General Ace, I do apologize. This is most embarrassing. Why, my good man, whatever came over you? Nothing to worry about. I get these painting episodes all the time. My physician believes them to be caused by stress, so he's prescribed me a sleeping draught. Well, I am happy to know it, but pray tell, what were you doing here in the first place? Well, I was on my way to the armory to see if I could help, of course. I thought the officer has been killed after all, and I thought I'd like to see if I could find any clues. Mr. Blanton, are you quite serious? You're a suspect in this investigation. You cannot go poking around crime scenes. However, General Ace and I can and should return to the armory. Let us away. So we can get one more star, because then we can just finish off the additional investigation as well. Well, that's definitely a clue. Oh shoot, envelope, money, and glasses I don't have. Where the French toast are those glasses? And a bag full of money, there we go. Yeah, probably not a star here. Yep. So you appear to have 2 items addressed to our victim, Ace. This envelope with edited name on it is clearly a business-like nature. It's full to the brim with cash. Doesn't give her fingerprint should give us a sender. And the porcelain affair she received, on the other hand, is clearly of a romantic nature. But we know she was unmarried. Recovering some of that white substance might tell us who our mystery admirer is. You can also pick up that torn paper. And piecing it back together should take you but a moment. Ace, Edna Owen's killer won't elude us for much longer. Of that I am sure. Yeah, because they're trying to drum up, you know, the next chapter. Oh my gosh, cats. That's not great. Let's put the substance you collect from that gift to Edna under the microscope. Quick, smart. Ace, this is an arrest record. It's for our victim's brother, Wilbur Owens. It says here that he was arrested for theft, and arresting the officer was his sister Edna. Mr. Owens never said anything about his sister arresting him, Ace. Let's ask him about this at once. I agree. Sounds eerily suspicious. We covered the fingerprints on the envelope full of cash, Ace, but they're too blurry for us to identify. Evie should be able to tell us who sent this to our victim. Alrighty, Evie. Alright, let's do this. Now, I usually always start at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today, my computer crapped out on me and would not start, and I had to reformat it. So that took me more time today, but that's why I'm an hour behind. But usually, it's always 2 o'clock. Ace's substitute you looked from the gift to Edna contained beeswax, castor oil, and other shining agents, all of which are components of a Checkmate Shine, the product I use to keep my chess pieces in tip-top condition. Ace, I do believe I know who gave these kittens to our victim. You see, a young Officer Blanton shares my passion for chess. I myself recommended Checkmate Shine to him. But I'm surprised he failed to let us know his inclination towards the victim. I agree, we better talk to Officer Blanton. Yeah, that obviously makes a difference for sure. Mr. Owens, General Ace found this arrest record. It appears you were taken into custody by your own sister? Ah, you found that. Well, can you believe Edna betrayed me like that? After her parents died, I taught Edna everything I knew, from how to tie her shoelaces to how to read using copies of the Concordian Gazette. I worked my fingers on my right hand to the bone doing odd jobs. I even got used to working nights that nowadays the idea of sleeping draught just to get any shut-eye at night. I gave Edna everything. At the second she joined the police force, she didn't hesitate to arrest me for petty theft. For all I'd done for her, she wouldn't look the other way. Her sister was only being the person you had wanted her to become. She cannot be blamed for you resorting to theft. Let's hope you did not also resort to murder. So Blanton, General Ice found this gift, and we were wondering, oh, she kept it. General Ice, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but it was too hurtful to discuss. You see, Edna and I had been courting, but she spurned me. She said she needed to focus on her career. I was distraught, I admit, but I knew she still loved me. Oh, how I wish she had said that. Well, let's just hope you didn't allow your emotions to get the better of you, Officer Blanton. Yeah, he didn't do anything. It's like they're trying to make him seem like he is, but no. Not buying it at all. Ace, you'll be pleased to know that I not only did I find out who those fingerprints of the envelope belonged to, but I also discovered the match one of your killer's attributes. Tremendous work, Evie, but don't leave us in suspense. Well, some of the prints obviously belonged to the victim, Ace, but the remainder belonged to none other than Marvin Ferrari. Once more, judging by the angle of the prints on the way that they're spread out, I can tell you that Marvin is most certainly right-handed. I'd love to know more about how you deduced that, Evie, but alas, there's no time, because Mr. Farr needs to explain to us why he offered a police officer money. Oh, well, that should be easy. But now, General Ace, can't you see I'm trying to read the news? Stop playing innocent, Marvin. Why did you bribe the victim for? Oh, bribe? Do you just think I'm rolling cash or something? Even if I had that kind of money, I wouldn't be giving it away. Cut it out. Your fingerprints are all over the envelope. We can lock you up for attempted corruption of a police officer. We can't prove that envelope was filled with cash when I touched it. It ain't good to be jumped to conclusions all over the place, Ace. Maybe you need a good night's sleep, eh? I can give you some of my sleeping draught. Enough. You may laugh for now, but the second we prove you took part in the heist, we'll have you behind bars in a heartbeat. Whoa. Calm down. Yep. Not only did the victim rebuke Blanton's courtship, it's not Blanton. Law-abiding, yep, arrested her brother. And the shifty gangster. Let's go back to the only place we haven't been. I forgot to try and get a star. Well, that's obviously one. Spinal, let's see, binoculars, panties, mushrooms, and spider. We picked up a bottle of sleeping draught. We know that's what our killer uses to ease their guilty conscience at night. Well, we all know what's on the inside, but collecting a sample of substance on the outside might lead us to our murderer. You're right. As for that powder on the handkerchief, I'd recognize that scent anywhere. The smell of gunpowder. Ace, the victim must have wiped their hands with this handkerchief after shooting the victim. Vacuuming up a sample of that powder might give us just the lead we need to bring this case to a close. There's no time to waste, Ace. We're closing on our killer. I can feel it. I don't know. I'm almost thinking that it's the driver. It's either the victim's brother or the driver. I guess it's probably the driver. That's some of that substance you collect from the killer's vial to vial the post-haste, Ace. Yes, let's do so. We're running out of time. With any luck, this powder you just vacuum up from the killer's handkerchief won't be just gunpowder, Ace. Let's get to Viola on once. Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. I see you are familiar with the gunpowder plot of 1605, Isaac. I, for one, have been reading up on it on a bid to distract myself from the issue with my parents. I most certainly am. It took place in England, where a gentleman named Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the House of Lords. Anyhow, I take it the powder we sent you was indeed gunpowder, but pray tell, did you also find traces of something else on the killer's handkerchief? Have I ever let you down, Isaac? There was a small amount of sweat mixed in with the gunpowder, no doubt from the killer using the handkerchief to wipe their brow after the murder. With the sweat on the DNA machine, and since, despite my doubts, the machine has been proved invaluable, and I can tell you the killer is a male. Ah, so a killer is a man. You'll manage to put him behind bars in no time, Ace. It's the victim's brother. Ace, judging by the substance you sent me, you've got one slippery killer on your hands. My dear Viola, this is not the time for riddles. You have a cop killer to catch. Well, the substance Ace collects from the killer's vial is oil. More specifically, it's the type of oil used to grease guns, to keep them in perfect working order. Well, gun grease. Well, that makes sense, given the killer no doubt helped the gang transport the weapons out of the armory. Right, and it must have been an extremely messy affair. And knowing how stubborn oil stains can be, I'd wager that your killer still has some oil on their clothes. So we're looking for a killer with oil stains on their clothes, Ace. You won't let them slip out of reach. Yep. Let's make this arrest. Yep, so neither of these two guys have the oil stain on them. So he helped out with the gang, so he was looking for money as well. Mr. Owens, you're under arrest for the murder of Edna Owens. Not only have you helped a notorious gang steal from the police, but you didn't hesitate to kill your own sister in the process. You got the wrong end of the stick, General Ace. We might have had our differences, but I love my sister. You might have found traces of your sleeping draught inside the gun that was used to shoot her. Taking a sleeping draught isn't uncommon, General Ace. Most people around here struggle with sleep with the gangs wreaking havoc left, right, and center. You can't pretend to be a friend of the gang when you covered in oil stains from helping the gang move the weapons they stole from the police station armory. I didn't get that from carrying guns. I'm an odd jobs man. Of course I have oil on my clothes. Oh, cut it out, Wilbur. We found your sweat on the handkerchief you used to wipe your brow after you shot Edna. We know you did it. Alright, I confess. I did it. I killed my sister. The talent just came to me one day with a job. They said it would be well paid and that nobody would get hurt. You don't say no to those kinds of people, General A, so I agreed to help. But soon enough, I realized the gang was planning on attacking the police station Edna worked at. I thought about warning Edna, but I was afraid they'd kill me if they found out, so I sent her an anonymous threat, hoping she at least wouldn't be at the station the night of the heist. When we got to the station, there Edna was. That's when I understood why the gang had hired me. They thought I would talk her down, but she wouldn't listen to reason. So you shot your own sister? I didn't have a choice. What do you think would have happened if she'd shot at anyone? They'd have killed me and her as well. And so you didn't hesitate to kill her to spare your life. What was the point of both of us dying? I sacrificed everything for Edna. She arrested me the first chance she got. Why should I have died for her? Mr. Owens, your lack of remorse is appalling. You're under arrest. Mr. Owens, you stand accused of murdering Edna Owens, your sister, and member of the Concordia Police Department. How do you plead? Guilty, Your Honor. It was either her or me. It's a sad state of affairs when civilians take part in gang wars, and an even sadder state when blood betrays blood. Mr. Owens, for affiliating yourself with hardened criminals and the murder of police officers, this court hereby sentences you to 20 years in prison. Life on the inside can't be any worse than life on the outside. At least I'm still alive. Ace, it is appalling that another police officer should have been killed. And by your own family, no less. But now we have a more pressing matter at hand. The Italians have gotten their hands on a tremendous stash of police weapons. We have no idea where they're keeping them. Well, I think I have an idea, Chief. Ace has inspired me to step up and help the team as best I can, and I think I can blend in with the Italian gang easily. I'm going to hang around the neighborhood and find out where they're hiding the weapons. Sweet, Diego. Thank you so much for that. Well, guys, I'll see you guys in the additional investigation. If I'm pitching is 8. Over and out.